Welcome to Breaking Ties, Is Divorce the Answer? This is your go-to source for practical advice and support when considering if a divorce is the right answer for you. Join us each weekday for a quick chat where we'll uncover a variety of topics such as child custody, property division, and self-care. Together, we'll explore the emotional, financial, and legal aspects of divorce and help you find the best path forward for you and your family. Here is your host and Certified Divorce Financial Analyst professional, Mike Fulkerson.
Hi, and welcome to Breaking Ties, Is Divorce the Answer? The podcast that explores the complexities of divorce and the journey to a new beginning. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. Today, we're going to look at a topic that I'm sure many have wondered if it is a thing. Can I get a divorce online? Before we get into the digital realm of divorce, let's take a moment to acknowledge that the ending of a marriage is a significant life event. It's normal to have questions and concerns. If you or someone you know is going through a divorce, consider seeking professional advice and support. Now, let's get back to the topic at hand. So, can you really get a divorce online? The short answer is yes, but it is essential to understand the process and the implications that come with it. Online divorce services have become increasingly popular in recent years, offering a more accessible and cost-effective alternative to traditional methods. One of the primary benefits of pursuing an online divorce is just the convenience of it all. You can initiate the process from the comfort of your own home without the need for multiple in-person meetings with attorneys. These services often guide you through a series of questions to gather the necessary information for your divorce papers. However, it is critical to note that online divorce services may not be suitable for everyone. If your situation involves complex legal issues, such as significant assets, child custody disputes, or spousal support disagreements, it is advisable to consult with a family law attorney who specializes in divorce. These online services typically work best for couples with relatively straightforward cases and a mutual agreement on key issues. Now, you might be wondering about the cost. Online divorce services can be more affordable than hiring a traditional attorney. The fees often depend on the complexity of your case and the specific services offered by the platform you choose. Keep in mind that while the initial cost may seem lower, unforeseen complications could lead to additional expenses down the road. It's also important to consider the emotional aspect of divorce. While online services can streamline the legal process, they might not provide the emotional support that some individuals need during this challenging time. If you find yourself struggling with the emotional toll of divorce, consider seeking the guidance of a therapist or counselor. Before you embark on an online divorce journey, take the time to research and choose a reputable service. Read reviews, check their track record, and make sure they comply with the legal requirements in your jurisdiction and state. Remember, divorce laws vary from place to place, so it is crucial to ensure that the online service you choose is applicable to your situation. In conclusion, the option to get a divorce online is indeed available and can be a viable choice for some couples. However, it is not a one-size-fits-all solution. The complexity of your case, your financial situation, and your emotional needs all play a role in determining the best path forward. I'd like to thank you for joining us today on Breaking Ties, Is Divorce the Answer? Should you have any questions on today's topic or financial planning issues, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. And with that, have a great day. Hi, and welcome back to Breaking Ties, Is Divorce the Answer? The podcast where we look into the complexities of relationships and the difficult decisions of possibly getting a divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today we're going to actually talk about the common reasons for divorce and whether it's the right path for you. Deciding to end a marriage is never easy. It is a deeply personal and emotional journey that requires careful consideration. So, why do people contemplate divorce in the first place? One common reason is a communication breakdown. As the years go by, couples may find it increasingly difficult to connect on meaningful levels, leading to feelings of loneliness and isolation. Another prevalent issue is the sense of growing apart. People change over time, and sometimes partners grow in different directions. It happens. This can manifest in varying values, interests, or life goals. The initial spark that brought a couple together may fade, leaving them questioning the foundation of their relationship. Unresolved conflicts can also contribute to the decision of getting a divorce. Over time, small resentments can build up, turning into larger issues that seem insurmountable. If a couple lacks effective conflict resolution skills or is unable to address underlying problems, it may lead to a breaking point. Infidelity is a painful reality that many couples face. While some relationships can survive and even thrive after an affair, for others, it becomes an irreparable breach of trust. The aftermath of infidelity often forces individuals to reevaluate the entire relationship and question whether they can move forward. Sometimes the pursuit of individual growth becomes a catalyst for divorce. As people evolve, they may realize that their current relationship no longer aligns with their personal aspirations. This can be a difficult but necessary realization for those seeking self-fulfillment. So you're facing these challenges, contemplating a divorce. What should you consider? It's critical to assess whether these issues are temporary roadblocks or fundamental, long-standing problems. Seek professional help, such as counseling, to explore possible solutions before making life-altering decisions. Ultimately, the decision to divorce is really a deeply personal one. It's important to prioritize your mental and emotional well-being. Consider the impact on any children involved and weigh the potential benefits of starting anew against the emotional toll of ending a marriage. Thank you for joining me on this introspective journey into the realm of divorce. Remember, no two relationships are the same, and what works for one may not work for another. If you're contemplating divorce, take time to reflect, seek guidance, and make decisions that align with your values and aspirations. This has been Breaking Ties, Is Divorce the Answer? Where we look at unraveling the complexities of relationships and divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, please feel free to reach out to me via email or phone call. My contact information is in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Until next time, take care. Welcome to Breaking Ties, Is Divorce the Answer? The podcast where we explore the complexities of relationships and the tough decisions that come with considering a divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson. I'm a financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. Today's episode, we're looking at a question many of people have asked. How do I cope with the emotional aspects of divorce? As we all know, divorce is a deeply personal and emotionally charged journey that can leave us feeling lost, confused, and potentially overwhelmed. It's essential to acknowledge that coping with emotional aspects of divorce is a process that takes time and much self-reflection. Whether you're contemplating divorce or already navigating its challenging waters, understanding your emotions is key. The first step in coping with the emotional aspects of divorce is to acknowledge your feelings. It's okay to feel a range of emotions: sadness, anger, guilt, or even relief. Denying or suppressing these emotions can hinder the healing process. Take time to sit with your feelings and don't judge yourself for having them. You don't have to face the emotional turmoil of divorce alone. Surround yourself with a support system, friends, family, or a therapist. Sharing your feelings can provide comfort and validation, helping you navigate this difficult chapter. Remember, seeking professional help is not a sign of weakness, but a courageous step toward healing. Coping with the emotional aspects of divorce requires intentional self-care. Establish healthy routines, prioritize sleep, and engage in activities that bring you joy. Focus on rebuilding your sense of self and rediscovering what makes you happy. This is a time for self-discovery and personal growth. Acceptance is a powerful tool in coping with divorce. Understanding that healing is a gradual process, and it's okay to not have all the answers right away. Embrace the opportunity for personal growth and allow yourself the space to envision a future beyond divorce. Moving forward doesn't mean forgetting, but finding a new way to live and thrive. As we wrap up today's episode, it's important to remember that coping with emotional aspects of divorce is a unique journey for every individual. There's no one-size-fits-all solution, and that's all right. If you're currently facing challenges of divorce, take a deep breath, be patient with yourself, and reach out for support when you need it. I'd like to thank you for joining me on this journey through the emotional aspects of divorce. Remember, divorce is never easy, but it can be a path toward a brighter and more fulfilling future. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, feel free to contact me using the information in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Until next time, take care. Hi, and welcome to Breaking Ties. Is Divorce the Answer? The podcast where we explore the complexities of relationships and the challenging decision of whether to get a divorce or not. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson. I'm a financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. Today, I want to take a moment to go over a topic that's often difficult and emotionally charged. How does the divorce process work? So join me as we navigate these questions and shed light on this significant aspect of many people's lives. Deciding to end a marriage is never an easy choice. It's a deeply personal and emotional journey that requires careful consideration. Many factors contribute to the decision to break ties, and it's essential to understand that every situation is unique. Today, we'll focus on the process itself, aiming to demystify the steps involved and offer insight for those contemplating this major life change. How does one even start the divorce process? Well, it typically begins with one or both spouses filing a petition for divorce in the appropriate court. This legal document outlines the grounds for divorce, which can vary from state to state. So it's important to consult with an attorney at this stage to understand the specific requirements and implications for your situation. Once the divorce petition is filed, the legal process begins. This involves a series of steps, such as serving the divorce papers to the other spouse, responding to the petition, and possibly negotiating the terms of the divorce settlement. Each of these steps can be emotionally taxing, and having a supportive network or a therapist can be invaluable during this time. Not every divorce has to be a courtroom battle. Many couples opt for mediation, where a neutral third party helps them reach an agreement on issues like child custody, spousal support, and the division of assets. This approach can be less adversarial and more cooperative, potentially easing the emotional strain on both parties. The culmination of the divorce process is the finalization of the divorce decree. The legal document officially ends the marriage and outlines the agreed upon terms. It's important to note that even after the divorce is finalized, emotional healing is an ongoing process, and seeking support from friends, family, or professionals can be critical. Life after divorce is a new chapter, and it's essential to approach it with self-compassion and a focus on personal growth. Rebuilding your life may involve finding new routines, rediscovering personal interests, and potentially establishing new relationships. Remember, seeking professional guidance and surrounding yourself with a supportive community can make the transition smoother. As we wrap up today's episode of Breaking Ties, Is Divorce the Answer? I hope this discussion sheds light on the divorce process and the challenges it entails. Remember, there is no one size fits all to whether divorce is the right choice, but understanding the process can empower individuals to make informed decisions. I'd like to thank you for joining me today. And should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, don't hesitate to give me a call or email. My information's in the description. Divorce is not the end of the story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Take care. Hi, and welcome to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce, the podcast where we explore the complexities of relationships and the tough decisions that come with divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. Today, we're going to dive into a topic that affects countless families: divorce. Specifically, we're going to discuss the importance of creating a parenting plan when navigating the challenging waters of separation. Let's go ahead and get into it. Now, I don't have to tell you that divorce is a difficult decision, and the impact it has on families can be profound. When children are involved, the need for thoughtful consideration and planning becomes even more critical. One way to navigate the challenges of co-parenting post-divorce is through a well-structured parenting plan. So, what exactly is a parenting plan? Well, a parenting plan is a detailed document that outlines how parents will share responsibilities and make decisions regarding their children after a divorce. It covers everything from visitation schedules to educational decisions and even addresses how conflicts will be resolved. Essentially, it's a roadmap for co-parenting. Now, let's look at some of the key elements inside of a parenting plan. First, it typically includes a custody and visitation schedule, outlining when the children will be with each parent. This schedule should be clear, specific, and take into consideration the child's age, school, schedule, and extracurricular activities. Additionally, a parenting plan often addresses decision-making authority. Who has the final say when it comes to important matters like education, healthcare, and religious upbringing? Defining these roles helps minimize conflicts down the road. A successful parenting plan also emphasizes communication and flexibility. It's essential for parents to keep the lines of communication open, sharing information about the child's well-being and any changes in schedules. Flexibility is important because life is unpredictable, and being willing to adapt to unexpected circumstances helps create a healthier co-parenting environment. Now, why go through the effort of creating a parenting plan? Well, having a clear roadmap reduces uncertainty for both parents and children. It provides a sense of stability and routine, critical for child's emotional well-being during a challenging time. Moreover, a well thought out parenting plan can minimize conflict as expectations and responsibilities are clearly defined. In conclusion, while divorce may be a difficult reality for some families, a well-crafted parenting plan can make the transition smoother, providing a framework for healthy co-parenting. It requires open communication, flexibility, and commitment to the well-being of the children involved. Remember, divorce is a personal decision, and there is no one-size-fits-all solution. If you or someone you know is going through this challenging process, I recommend you seek professional guidance and support. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Breaking Ties, Is Divorce the Answer? Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, you can find my contact information in the description. Feel free to email or call. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. All the best.
We want to thank you for listening to this episode of Breaking Ties, Is Divorce the Answer? With Mike Fulkerson. For questions, please reach out to Mike via email in the description or give him a shout at 630-444-1410. And remember to subscribe, like, and follow.